Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm doing good. Well, hello everyone. I'm Sam Winters. This is Winterview. Today, our guest is Jacob Smith.
Hey,
So, Jacob, why did you start performing and what got you into music?
um, I guess there's a lot of good reasons for that, but ever since I was a kid, I've always loved music and singing. I think I was 5 years old and my I asked my parents for a pair of cowboy boots and a guitar for Christmas. And so I got that, and I never really did too much with that. I was about 12 or 13 though, and kind of just started wanting to pick it up again. I had an old guitar at the house and started learning. It was slow at first, and then kind of YouTube and books and just committing myself to it. I learned more and more, and took me a while to play, just in front of my family. And once I did that, they said, "Hey, that kind of sounded good," and kind of pursued it from there. And then the first time I ever really performed, the feeling that you kind of get when you're up there playing is it's kind of unmatched by any other feelings or whatever it may be. It just feels really good if you can connect with people and it's reciprocated back to you. It's pretty crazy.
Hmm. Absolutely. What kind of instruments do you play?
So primarily I play the guitar, acoustic guitar and electric guitar. Um, I dabble with the drums, the keyboard. Say my best secondary instrument that I play would be the bass. If anyone has never tried to pick up an instrument and play it or something, the bass is um, you can make it simple, but you can also get really complex and really hold the groove of a song. And so that'd be about it.
Hmm. That's really cool. Anybody else in your family perform? Like a sister, brother?
I got a younger brother that he'll come around and play with me from time to time. I play at a lot of bars and they're like 3 hour gigs, and there's been multiple times where maybe I've got a cold or, uh, maybe he just wants to get up there and play. And so I'll say, hey, dude, go up there and play a 30-minute set, whatever you want. Um, Other than that, though, he would be the only direct family member I have that also plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you originally like from Grand Rapids or do you just
No, so I'm from a town called Byron, a very small town,
hmm
uh, probably about 25 miles south of Flint-ish.
hmm
Um, and now I currently live in Milford. I have a house out here. Um,
Interesting.
and the Grand Rapids gig was Lalo had messaged me, and I had played a gig with them before, and kind of I think it was a five act 5-person act that played that show, and connected with them a little bit, and they hit me up and they were like, "Hey, you want to come to Grand Rapids?" And figured why not. I was actually the first time I'd ever been in Grand Rapids, and it was a cool city.
Yeah, because I actually live out in Holland right now. That's where I'm
Okay.
from. I go to Grand Rapids on occasion. My I had a friend that was performing at Mulligan's where you performed when I first saw you there. Yeah, and it was you were like on before them and you were really good. So,
Happy. Thank you. Appreciate it.
do you have any like management or like record labels you're planning on getting or any of that?
No, so I kind of do. I'm straight indie. Um,
Mm.
I work with a lot of musicians on a regular basis, I would say. I'm also the lead singer in a band that hosts an open mic once a week in the wintertime. So it's a lot of just networking and working on stuff myself, and kind of the indie route. I haven't attempted to pursue any type of labels, but I think I would still potentially stick the indie route. I just kind of like the idea of being more in control and instead of sign a
Yeah.
contract or whatever it may be.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Yep, yep.
Do you have any like future projects coming up, like a new album or?
Yeah, so I'm hoping the next, I don't know, I've got 6 songs worked out right now. Nothing released yet. Uh, half of them are recorded, the other half aren't yet. And I'd like to put together maybe 2 or 3 more. But I do plan on, I would say by summertime next year, like midsummer, having a project drop, an album,
Mhm.
which I'm really excited about. I've just through the years of playing and writing and messing around here and there, this will be the first time I've actually sat down and seriously said, okay, let me put out a full planned, like
Yeah.
legitimate album. And so I'm really excited about that.
Well, that's really cool. I'm really excited to listen to that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
if you had to guess, like a year from now, maybe?
Yeah, I would say a year at most.
Hmm.
Um, I could have it mostly done. We're in a current remodel of our home, and the room that we're remodeling is my studio right now. So I haven't been able to get in there and lay anything down.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, as soon as that room's finished, it's gonna be it should be flowing pretty well because I've been waiting for it.
Yeah. Is your music available on streaming platforms?
Not currently,
No,
no.
okay. Yeah. Because I
Um,
couldn't find
um,
any, so I was
yeah,
explains
yeah.
why.
I'm on I have my Facebook page that I use kind of like as a promotional place to post videos of gigs that I'm doing to kind of try and get other gigs,
Hmm.
as well as my Instagram. I have some stuff on there, but and I have a YouTube channel with some songs on there, a little older. I haven't put anything out on that in a while, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of the 3 places, 3 platforms that I'm putting stuff out right now. Just kind of really trying to start gaining that base following, which has started to happen, and really trying to get that going so that way when I do release this project in the next year or so that
Hmm.
uh it's there's some people that are ready for it and ready to receive it and kind of critique it and give me all my feedback.
Well, that's really nice. I'm excited to listen to that. Um, do you when did you start like performing live?
Um so I would say about 10 years ago, but um it's been really off and on until the last 2 years. I've
Hmm.
really, I've been playing a gig like at least once a month, but usually more.
Yeah,
Um, especially in the winter time when we run that open mic, I'm doing a gig a week at least, and then you add on the my solo gigs that I would do like you saw in Grand Rapids, and I get pretty busy right around then.
absolutely. Do you plan to make this your full-time job or not really? Or what's your hope
I
with
would
it?
love that. Absolutely would love that. The biggest part that would have to come for me to do that would be financial stability. But if I could ever get to a point where I felt financially stable, being able to do it all the time and, buy a van and go book a little tour around the Midwest or something and drive around and play, I would 110% do that. Um, so
Mm.
more or less, I mean, I have a day job now, obviously. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, if I could ever get rid of that and do music full time, I mean, that would be a dream. It wouldn't feel like work.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. If you find
Yeah,
something you love to do, you don't have to work another day in your life.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and I love doing it. Um, some of the
Hmm.
bars I'll play, they're 3 hours long and it gets grueling and daunting and sometimes it feels a little bit like work, but at the end of the day, I always walk away from it like, man, nothing else I would have rather done for those 3 hours.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have like are you working on like as for excuse me, a recording studio? Do you have like a microphone and like a guitar or like do you have it is it just like how do you have that set up?
Yeah, so I have pretty nice computer. My day job is computer refurbishing, is what I do. But yeah, so I have a pretty solid computer. I run Pro Tools on it. I have an audio interface. I have multiple microphones. Um, I have. electronic drum kit. I have a real drum kit. I have 8 or 9 guitars, 2 basses, couple keyboards, couple MIDI keyboards, some decent studio monitors. I have 2 sets of those. Really kind of the basics of everything I need. Some of it is a little maybe overkill for what I'm doing, but for the most part, just your basic stuff that you'd need to sit down in your bedroom and compose, write a song, and kind of come out with a finished product that other people will listen to and say, "Wow, that sounds like it was done in a studio."
Yes,
Um,
absolutely. Like, cause
so.
does your music like when you record on the microphone, does it sound like it's in a studio or it's just kind of bedroomish, I guess?
No, I would say so. I mean, when I first started, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Um,
that's how it goes. I know that feeling.
so yeah, the first couple years of doing it, there's so much in that world to learn, and I still, you know, feel like a noob most of the time, but you
Yeah,
just slowly learn the do's and don'ts in kind of the sonic world and what your ears hear. Um, you know, there's a quote that I remember in elementary school, one of my art teachers told me. When you're painting a picture, you draw it or you paint a little bit and you step away like 3 to 6 feet and you kind of see it a little bit differently, what you maybe
yeah,
did or didn't do wrong. To me,
yeah,
that's how recording my own music is, except for instead of standing back 3 to 6 feet, you kind of need to step away from it and not listen to it for a week or two, and then listen to it again, and you'll kind of hear it from a different perspective. When creating music and you're just sitting there running it through your ears, hours at a time,
yeah.
you become content or kind of disassociated with the actual sound of what you're hearing. And so I would say that's the biggest thing that helped me get to a point where nowadays my recordings sound pretty close to what you'd hear on the radio. If not, some of them
Polished.
you have a difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And and that's the biggest way that I could say that I learned how to do it was um giving yourself some time away from it to come back and listen to it with a fresh perspective and kind of saying, oh, my bass is a little loud here or the guitar is muddy, and then you can go back and tweak it.
Yeah.
Has been the best method for success. I haven't had any like real or formal training on everything as far as music or recording goes. It's always just kind of been by ear and
Hmm.
YouTube. YouTube's a good help.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Um, do you want to learn other instruments in the future or like just stick with vocals and guitar?
No, I definitely, there's a lot of them. Let's see. One of the ones that I've been thinking about that I think would be super cool would be the violin.
Hmm.
Um, that's just such an awesome instrument. Uh, I haven't worked up the courage to spend the money on one and try it yet.
Yeah.
Uh, but I think the violin would be really cool. And I also think I can play the keyboard a little
Hmm.
bit, but really sitting down and like maybe even becoming classically trained on the piano would be awesome. So I would say those are the two I've got my eyes on if I were to reach for another one.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've been playing piano since I was 10, so
Oh
I can always give
wow.
you some
Yeah.
pointers.
Yeah. Awesome.
And I
Awesome.
also
Yeah.
sing a little bit too, but I mostly just play piano. That's mostly my instrument. I played a little bit of guitar, so we're kind of like the opposite that way. I'm not as best at it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. What kind of music do you play on the piano?
I like to let's play pop songs.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Like ones that are kind of like brand new, just released. I might actually release a few of me playing on my YouTube channel I'm thinking about. So
Oh, awesome. Send them over, man. I'll check them out.
absolutely, that's for sure. Well, do you let's see, what was I gonna ask? Or something else I was gonna ask. Oh, right, right, right. Do you see like your next project being like a full length album or just like a single, an EP?
So, I mean, um, I would really like to do a full length album.
Hmm.
That's, in my opinion, like we all have our Spotify playlist and we all jump through like 10 different genres on a regular basis. But
Hmm.
there's those times, you're on a long car ride or something like that. Like sometimes there's nothing better than putting on a 45 minute or hour long album and listening to an artist the whole way through. And so that's kind of how I would like to put out my, first set of material that's more official than what I have put out already.
Hmm.
Um, so, I'm thinking the release kind of looks like one or two singles come out from the album a little bit
Hmm.
ahead of time and kind of build a little bit of momentum and then kind of drop the whole project.
Yeah, that's a really clever plan right there.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yep.
Well, thank you for talking with me tonight, Jacob. It's been very nice, and
Yeah.
hope to see you perform live again soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would love to come back to the area for another gig out there. So
Absolutely. Well, have a good night.
thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye.